Okay, welcome. Today we are going to be going over the Week 5 schedule of the NFL season. You guys know the drill. I'm going to be going through each of the games. I'm going to be telling you who I think is going to win and who I think is going to lose and reasons why and all that stuff. So as you can see from last week, I actually did pretty good so far. Best I've done all year. Went 10-6. Definitely, like I said, best I've done so far. So hopefully I can get another week like that, or I can even do any better. So we're going to get right into it. So first game of week 5, looks like we have the Colts at the Broncos tomorrow. So this one, a couple days ago would have probably been a better game, but considering that Jonathan Taylor's not going to be playing for the Colts side of it, and on Denver, Javonte Williams is done for the season, I think this is going to be a really sluggish game. On both sides, I would say these teams, both of them, have been pretty disappointing and underwhelming so far to start the season. I mean, Denver, they're 2-2, but we're not seeing Russ cook like we thought we were going to. And Indy finally, at least we thought, getting a pretty competent quarterback, Matt Ryan, and they're not doing so hot either. But for this game, looking at it, I'm going to be going with Denver. I think they're the better team, and I really don't trust Indy. So for this game, I'm going to go with the Broncos. Next game we have the Giants at the Packers, and this is going to be a London game. So don't think I need to talk about this one too much. Both of these teams have the same record, but looking at it, we can really see, through the lines. Reading between the lines, we can see that the Packers are the better team here. I think the Giants have had a pretty easy schedule, and even the Packers, you could say that last week they almost lost to a third-string quarterback at home when they played Tampa. Brady didn't have any of his weapons, and the Bears, which they just own the Bears. So both of them are 3-1, but I think that this one's going to go to the Packers. I just think they're a better team, so I'm going to go with the Packers for this one, even though I think Saquon's going to have a good game. I really think he's going to explode. He's having a great year, but for this one, I'm going to go with the Packers. Next game, we have the Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. So this one, I don't think I really need to go over too much. Buffalo, I think, is just the better team. All around, defensively, offensively, everything. This is the start of a new era here in Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett's going to be taking the reins of the offense for however long, we'll see, but nonetheless, I'm still going to go with Buffalo on this one. I don't think I really need to talk about it too much. Buffalo for this one. Next game, we have the Chargers at the Browns. So this one I think is going to be a lot closer than people think. Cleveland, I think, they're a good team. They need a quarterback, and Jacoby Brissett, he's a good backup quarterback, but that is exactly what he is. He is a backup quarterback. Thinking once Deshaun gets back, it's going to be a lot easier for them. But I think their season will probably be already done at that point. And I think the Chargers are just a better team. I think as the weeks go by, Herbert's going to get healthier. The offense is going to get healthier. Defense is going to get healthier. So I do think the Chargers are going to win this game. But it will be closer than people think. So Chargers for this one. So next game we have the Houston Texans at the Jacksonville Jaguars, two division rivals going at it. Houston, they haven't won a game yet, but damn, do they fight. They just won't give up. And you saw that last week against the Chargers. Damn near almost took the game away from them. But they're going against a second-year Trevor Lawrence-led Jacksonville team. And you can definitely see that they've grown. Although they came out and socked Philly in the mouth last week, but just too many turnovers cost them the game. And, if they didn't turn the ball over, maybe the game would have been different. But, that's just a lot of what-if scenarios and all that stuff. But overall, I think for this game, I think Jacksonville is the better team. Houston, just like they've been doing all year, they're going to fight right into the very end. But I am going to go with my gut and pick Jacksonville on this one. Next game, we have two NFC North rivalries going at it. We have the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. So I just think that Minnesota is the better team here, as much as it pains me to say that. The Bears you can obviously see they're still about a year away, maybe a couple years away, but they just don't have anything in anything really in the offense except running the ball. And they're more of a defensively built team, but Minnesota, they've got the weapons. So I just think Minnesota's the better team here, and I'm going to go with the Vikings. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions at the New England Patriots. So don't know who we're going to have under center for New England, whether Matt comes back or whether it's going to be Bailey Zappi again. But either way, I think this will be kind of a close game. Detroit disappointed me last week, just letting Seattle drop 48 on their head, which was insane. Detroit, number one offense, but the defense is the worst. Our run defense is terrible, and just Geno Smith last week was cooking on us. Bootleg every play. The run game, they just ran it down Detroit's throat. And I think because New England has a better defense, it's not going to be so easy as we've seen it these past few weeks for Detroit. I think it's going to be very difficult for them to put up points against this New England defense. I think, and especially because it's in New England, I think it's going to be a tough game for the Lions, and I'm going to go with the Patriots to win this one just because of their defense. And although Detroit's offense has been great so far, this is a Belichick-led defense, and if Belichick knows anything, it's defense. So I'm going to go with the Patriots for this one. So next game we have the Seattle Seahawks at the Saints. This one might be a little closer than people think. So after what Seattle showed me last week, I'm really starting to believe in them, and I think a lot of people are really starting to believe in them as well. Geno Smith, I think he has the highest completion percentage in the league right now, which is insane. Let Geno cook. And the Saints, man, I guess you would say they're making a lot of people kind of regret their picks for sure. I mean, you had a lot of people, and I guess not a lot of people, but I had seen some NFL analysts pick them to win the division and even make the playoffs, but I know it's still kind of early in the season to write them off, but I really don't think this is a good team. I might be proven wrong, who knows, but for this game, I'm going to go with Seattle just because of what I saw last week, and I think that's going to carry over into this next week. And we'll see what their run game and what Geno Smith can do. So Seattle for this one. So next game we have two division rivals going at it. We have the Dolphins at the Jets. Obviously Tua will not be playing after his incident last week. So this is going to be an interesting game, I think. So the Jets, Zach Wilson coming back last week, getting the win. So I think this game might be a little closer than people think. And I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to be able to get it done. He's still a competent, good quarterback, to hold down the fort until Tua comes back, if we see him come back at all, especially with the scrutiny that Miami's dealing with right now. So looking at it, I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go with the Dolphins on this one. But I will say, I think New York, they're starting to build something, and I think they're going to definitely give Miami fits. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins on this one, though. So next one, two division rivals going at it again. So you have the Falcons at the Buccaneers. So both these teams, 2-2 right now. Winner of this game will be first place, which is insane to say, especially considering that Tom Brady is still playing in the league and still playing for the Bucs. But, like I said last week, Atlanta, they've got a lot of fight in them, and they just don't give up. And I picked them last week to beat the Browns, and they did. And Tampa Bay, I think they're going to have a bad taste in their mouth from what the Chiefs did to them. Obviously, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, and they shouldn't feel too bad about getting 41 dropped on their head. But I think that Brady's going to have a good game. The defense is going to respond, and obviously Atlanta is not what Kansas City is offensively. So I think I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on this one. Might be a closer game than people think, but I'm going to go with Tampa Bay to win this game just because I think they have a bad taste in their mouth from last week, and they want to fix that image, and they want to take first place in the division. So Tampa Bay for this one. So next game we have the Titans at the Commanders. Probably one of the least watchable games I would say this week, but I'm probably going to go with Tennessee on this one just because I think Derrick Henry, he's going to definitely going to do his job like he's been doing. I don't know if Washington's going to have an answer for him. And, Robert Woods had a good game last week against the Colts. So I think that just on the offensive side of the ball, I think Tennessee is going to be able to do more. I think they have better coaching and the defense as well. Washington just probably one of the worst teams in the league. So not really much else to say on this one. I'm going to go with Tennessee for this game. So next game we have the 49ers at the Panthers. So don't think I need to talk about this one too much. I think I'm going to go with the 49ers just because their defense. I could pick them just on their defense alone. That's how good they are. But damn, did they really laid it out on the defending Super Bowl champion Rams on Monday night. They let them have it. That defense is scary for any team. I would not want to be playing this team. That is for damn sure. And Jimmy G, he just got to do his job. He just, don't turn the ball over. Feed Debo the ball, feed Kittle the ball, Juszczyk, all your weapons, give them the ball. And on the Carolina side of it, they've been an underwhelming team so far. He's not been doing his thing. So I think the Baker critics are really about to start coming out now, if they haven't already. I just think the Niners are a better team, so I'm going to go with the Niners on this one. Next game, we have the only undefeated team left in the league, the Eagles at the Cardinals. Again, I'm going to go with Philly on this one. They haven't lost. They haven't proven me wrong yet, so I did pick them. I did pick against them last week, and they proved me wrong. So they're going against Arizona. Again, I really just don't got a good feel for this Arizona team. They haven't really done anything to impress me. I'm not a believer in Kyler Murray. I'm sorry. To me, he's just not that guy. You can come at me in the comment section, whatever you want to do, but I don't think he's that guy. I would even say right now I'd rather have Jalen Hurts over Kyler Murray. Philly, just all around better team, offensively, defensively, everywhere else. So I'm going to go Philly to win this game in Arizona. So game of the week right here, we have the Cowboys at the Rams. So this will be interesting. So the Rams, as I mentioned earlier, they got beat up pretty bad against the 49ers. 49ers have a great defense. But Dallas, they have a pretty damn good defense as well. So we're going to be able to see, what Dallas can do, or for better words, what the Rams are going to be able to do against this defense. They struggled against the 49ers, and Dallas has just as good a defense as the 49ers. So the question is, can Dallas put up the points? Offensively, they are limited a little bit, but Cooper Rush is doing his thing, man. He's winning games. He's holding the fort while Dak's gone. So can you really ask for any more? Cowboy fans, I know, are going crazy, but they should. So they haven't lost. Cooper Rush has still not lost a game. And I really think the Rams are going to have trouble scoring against this team. I really do. And I think Dallas might have a little trouble scoring just because their offense is a little limited. This, I think, is going to be a low-scoring game, going to be a close game, but I'm hopping on the Cooper Rush bandwagon here, and I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to win this. I think that the Rams are going to struggle offensively like they did last week against the Niners, and I think Dallas is going to let them have it. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys for this game. Let's see, the late game, Sunday Night Football, two division rivals going at it. We have the Bengals, Joey B, going to Baltimore and facing Lamar. So Baltimore, they blew that lead again in the fourth quarter, and it was really a tale of two halves. You saw in that game that they were winning that first half, and then in the second half, they blew it. So Baltimore 0-5 in their last 5 home games, so that is a concern considering this is in Baltimore. Cincinnati's starting to get hot. They, have won 2 in a row now, I believe. So I really think this team is getting hot, and Baltimore, I think, really needs an answer. I mean, this is a primetime game. It's against your division rival. So this one's I really had trouble picking this one, and I could really see it going either way. So I'm going to go with Baltimore for this one. They got to be able to finish off the game. They got to be able to finish. That's the main thing. They got to be able to finish. And if they can't close out Cincy. Cincy will make them pay because Joe Burrow, he is that guy. He is that guy. So he's got weapons. They've got a good offense. Defense is starting to get it together. But I do think it's going to be close, but for this one, I'm going to go with Baltimore in a very close game, and this will also be for number one in their respective division. So for this game, albeit I think it will be close, I'm going to go with the Ravens. And Monday Night Football to finish off the week, two division rivals going at it again. The Raiders at the Chiefs. So Raiders finally getting their first win last week, and the Chiefs just absolutely destroying Tampa Bay on the offensive side of it. I expect this one to kind of be almost the exact same thing as last week. I think that the Chiefs are going to really lay it out on the Raiders. I think this is going to be an explosive game for the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to go crazy again. It'll be an Arrowhead, so on Monday night, so you know that crowd's going to be loud. Raiders and the Chiefs, they've had some beef these past few years, obviously. So Raiders, although they did get their win last week, I think they're going to catch another L this week. I think Kansas City's a better team. I don't think anybody really has an answer for stopping the Chiefs. I really don't. And if I had to rank them, I would say they're probably the best team in the league right now. And it might change. You could ask me tomorrow and it'd be a different team. But really, like right now, I'm thinking it really is the Chiefs. For this game, I'm going to go with the Chiefs just because I think they're better. And I just don't think Vegas is going to be able to put up the points to keep up with them. I mean, they have a great offense too, but can anybody outscore the Chiefs? That's the main question here. So that's exactly what it's going to be. So for this game, to wrap up Week 5, I am going to go with the Chiefs. So those are my picks for Week 5. Let me know in the comments who you got. There's a lot of games that are 50-50 here. Comment your picks, like, subscribe, do all that. And I thank you for tuning in, and we will see you later.